Welcome back, everyone. I'm Happy Tangent. We're playing Vampyr, episode 41. Boy, they just keep coming. Alright, we are off to go test out our antidote on Miss Harriet Jones. And, well, it's probably somebody to fight. I just run past him while I talk. But yeah, so, oh, come on. We should, be real close to the end here. Fuck, I took the wrong direction. This is not the Whitechapel direction. Probably gonna have to fight some people. Come on, guys. I just want to get to Whitechapel. It's safe there. But yeah, so we're real close to the end. We're gonna make our way down in the sewers. Talk to Miss Old Bridget. Well, really, we're going down to see Harriet Jones. So that is where we are gonna hopefully get very close to the finale here. So. Next time you see me, we're gonna be down in the sewers. Oh, great! Well, let's fight it, because that's something new. Oh. Oh, I don't like how big you are. Only 32, though. It's better than these 35 we keep running into. Throwing at me. He's gonna blow up. That is a different type of big beast. Okay. Here we go. Look at this nice sanitized location. Now hopefully we can go through our back way down into the sewers. One question I do have.
This place has been ransacked.
There's no bad guys. One question I do have is...
been slaughtered. Pre-one? No, not their style.
Oh crap, it's probably Harriet Jones killing everybody. I do wonder about those one sewers I found. I still feel like there's more to this game that, I don't know if it's hidden stuff, because we came across that one giant Volcod that was named in that one sewer. And, I've never been sent into those sewers since then, so I don't know if there's more to come, or that was just like some random optional shit. But here, let's check on Harriet Jones.
Where has Harriet gone? She must have left a trail I could follow.
Probably, I don't know, the blood? I mean, you didn't mention it, but it's probably the blood. This seems kind of new to me, actually. Yep, definitely new. We have never been here. Oh, here we go. It's our good friend. Doesn't really have a name for you. I forget what they call you.
Take not a step further, child, for you are unprepared.
You, at last. I wondered when you would show your face again. Step away. We have nothing to discuss.
Desist, child. You cannot confront the monstrosity unleashed upon this land without due preparation.
He's William Marshall.
I shall not allow it.
All right. But no more riddles. Enough of the obscure songs and prophecies. I ask questions, and you answer them.
My words have been as clear as crystal lakes, my child. You seem unwilling to drink, to listen, to learn.
What is your true appearance?
I do not understand. This is who I am.
Who are you?
Blood. You are made of blood. Surely you are joking.
Why would I? And no, I'm not made of blood. I am blood. Blood is what I am since my birth and for eternity.
But who are you really?
Yes, tell me your name.
I am your maker. I am the servant of the Red Goddess and protector of this land. I have many names.
Just give me one, then.
There are those who call me Myrddin Wild, the Wild Horned Man. But I never was a man. I was born out of blood.
Why did you choose me?
Only you could provide a modern, scientific answer to this ancient, mystical threat.
What kind of modern answer?
Disease, contagion, and contamination. How they course through veins is your dominion, my child. Your choices have made you. Only you can save this land.
Speak to me of this ancient threat.
The blood of hate. Vessel of the wrath of the goddess. When she awakens, a disaster will be born into this world, for she is hunger and anger.
You're not helping me out here.
I'm here to stop Harriet Jones. She is the original carrier. The well from which this corruption flows.
I have heard you, but be wary. Harriet Jones's mind is no more. She has metamorphosed into an apocalypse. Born from, drenched in, and driven by the blood of hate.
Tell me about this disaster, creature. I know London fell victim to such a thing in 1666.
A disaster is pure anger born through blood. Its name means bad star, for they only appear when our queen unleashes her unquenchable wrath upon the world.
And who is this queen?
She is the Red Goddess, the Queen of Blood. In my youth, 100 lifetimes ago, she was worshipped as the Morrigan. She is my mother. She is yours, too.
The Morrigan? The Celtic goddess of war? Is this a ruse of some kind?
She has been worshipped in many forms throughout the ages. The true nature of the Red Queen is beyond your comprehension, eluding even mine. But know this, she is a vengeful mother.
So the disaster is some sort of accident. A disease vampires carry dormant in their blood, waiting to emerge.
That's your modern answer. But a disaster is at the same time both less and more.
Tell me what it is then, in your own words.
A disaster is the pure will of our queen. Whenever she dreams of walking this earth, she awakes in this putrid vessel.
What is the blood of hate?
It is the curse of the goddess. It is the hunger in you, the need for blood, the will to strike and to punish, to spit in the eye of God.
I only wish to know how to put an end to this epidemic.
To perform an act so noble, you must protect yourself from its poisonous kiss, my child.
I know. McCullum used such a serum when trying to kill me. However, I have produced a more efficacious version of the antidote.
Your final task awaits you at the end of these tunnels. I've known for ages you were worthy of this challenge, my champion, Bittersweet.
Once
Will
again,
it
it
be
doesn't
over
end.
then? Once I've defeated this creature?
Yes. The threat will dissipate like so much smoke, for you will have purified its source.
And then what? What will become of me?
How would I know? I am no god, and your fate is in your own hands. For you are our champion.
What will happen thereafter? What future awaits me beyond these dark tunnels?
Your fate, my child, and the fate of this land. A disaster is about to enter this world to smite us all and teach us humility. You are our final hope.
I kept those ones short.
You tricked me. My sister died for your schemes. I have brought suffering and tragedy into this world. I am not, nor will I ever be your champion.
Very soon you'll come to know that sacrifice is sometimes necessary. I understand the grudge a child bears towards his father and mother. Be brave, my child.
Alright. Alright, well maybe this is the end. It's kind of a little worried if this is like the final boss fight. What's a guy supposed to do who potentially is 10 levels below the final boss, but luckily sometimes the final boss isn't as strong as anything else. Alright, so there we go. I don't know what that unlocked, but I do remember seeing this door before and it being locked, so let's go meet our maker. Well, never mind. I don't know who our maker is still. Let's go meet Harriet Jones. Yeah, more of them. Oh, here we go. Not looking too good, Miss Jones.
Oh, I'm sick. So sick. Doctor, help me, please. I'm in such pain.
I do
I'll
want to
be
put you out of
glad
that
to be of
pain.
assistance.
Oh, like your help, Doris. Liars, all of you.
Yeah, it's gross.
Oh, my poor baby. I'm
Getting
in
like a
such
tyrant
pain.
vibes here from Resident Evil.
The Queen herself forgave me. Gave me another chance.
Harriet, you must stop all of this. I can't let you infect anyone else.
How dare you interfere with the Red Queen's plans, Doctor? How can you stop the course of nature?
Not on my coat. Alright, what level are we doing? 35. Yep, shouldn't be surprised. Alright, here goes nothing. Oh, dang, why is my blood barrier down? What are you doing just standing there? I took out a bunch of your health already. Don't bug out on me, that just wouldn't be fair. Oh, I can't let it end like this.
I was a good.
Alright, at least, oh shit, at least you're doing something. Alright. I really feel like a second ago she had to have bugged out there. This has got to be more than one phase here because this is too easy and she's at half health. Yeah, don't mind if I do. Oh, I shouldn't be drinking that stuff though. I get infected. There's gotta be something else. I don't know. I hope it just doesn't end this easy. Because everything else was a lot harder. I mean, sometimes the easiest boss is the final. I have a feeling there's gonna be another part to this. Alright. Oh shit! Yep, Red Queen's avatar.
Yes. How do I feel? Is it rough?
Didn't even hit you.
I think it is. Oh, how infinitely, how intensely, how irredeemably are you all going to suffer now?
There we go. I'm liking the supernatural we got going on. course I can stop your blood, that's all you are. Yeah, they made that first part too easy.
Such innocence! Such guilt!
No, don't bring out little fucking minions. Oh, great. They're really weak because that was my the one bomb I've been neglecting, and that thing took them all out.
Feed your mother, child!
No, do not feed. Oh shit! There's enough, he is. It looks like they die on their own. It makes me wonder if she regains life. They come out, blow up, let her get some health back or something. What does that move?
I will reap you for this is my
Resistance now.
Let the crop!
There they are blowing up. I don't notice her health regaining. Got some sickles on her now. No, no, no. Oh, it hurts. It hurts bad. Fuck. Yeah, I wish I could drink her blood. Alright, come on, do a number to her. At the Queen's S of her name.
Feed me! Give me their
Get out of here, little reddies. Oh, no, didn't get her. This might be... Oh, she resisted. This might be the end, though, once we get her. Alright, here we go. One more, one more. Yes!
No one could ever defeat you, Mother of us
Mirrodin.
all, for you are our every root and leaf.
You've always been my most amusing son.
Then go back to sleep, my queen, and smile at us from your dreams.
Did they feel my wrath? Have they suffered enough?
More than ever, Mother of us all.
Until the next time.
Until the next time.
So I guess we stop the disaster and it'll come back in a couple hundred years.
So it's over then, young Ekon. You have put an end to this terrible menace.
Old Bridget, what are you doing here?
This is my realm, Ekon. This is Suaskal territory.
But they were all massacred by the monstrosity that Harriet became.
Others will come, engendered by deceitful vampires. I don't mean you, of course.
I thought you'd been slaughtered, with all the other Suaskals.
I was up above, in search of help when Harriet suddenly turned into that thing. I have no idea what it was.
It's over now. London is no longer shrouded in the disaster's shadow. We're all safe.
Yes, you prevailed in the end. I hope you'll forgive me for the way I treated you when first you presented yourself at our gate.
No need to apologize, really.
Perhaps there will be no stories told or songs sung of what happened here today. But I'll know the truth. Jonathan Reed, newborn vampire, stepped forward and saved us all.
I'm honored to be part of this city's legend. Thank you, old Bridget. May I ask you just one question?
How could I refuse you anything now? I'll answer just as I answered Lady Ashbury, when we met a few nights ago.
Who are you? Really?
I was born with the name Bridget Eleanor Wellington. In 1738, my beloved and immortal husband decided to preserve my beauty and youth forever by making me drink his blood.
You were Lord Redgrave's wife. Then the pompous fool rejected you, did he not?
It was about 200 years ago. Peace found me in time. And I sincerely hope it will find you too, now that all is over.
No, it's not over. I may have ended the vampire epidemic, but I still need answers from the woman I love.
I feared you would say that. Go then, young Ekon, and face your fate. Just remember that I'll always be here for you.
London has been cleansed. This catastrophe came about when an ancient malignant will crossed paths with mortal imprudence. For now, we are safe. For now. My craving for blood remains. Red like hate, red like hunger. Red as life and death, passing from one immortal to another. From predator to victim. Patiently biding its time to rise again. London has been cleansed for now, but there's a simmering hatred, fear, and old grudges. When will we succumb, mortals and immortals alike? The next disaster is only a matter of time. My only hope now is to catch the woman I love, to understand why she fled, and unmask the secret that has been lurking in her blood for so long.
Oh, okay. I was worried that they weren't going to show it and just roll credits. Alright. We're going to get our happy ending. Us and the Lady Ashbury will live long, long, long and happy life together as vampires. I almost could see them doing this deal where they show him in modern day, like here in a minute it'll flash forward. But
well,
maybe they'll leave it for a sequel.
This is it. Lady Ashbury's domain. Why am I not surprised it's not on any maps? I'd better hurry.
I like this. I mean, I don't know how much is left. It says final mission. I don't know if there's going to be any fighting. But it reminds me, I won't spoil it, but at the end of God of War, you can continue to play. So when the credits roll, it lets you keep moving. It's not exactly what's happening here, but our blood friend has shown up to talk to us again. Alright, asshole.
Beautiful morn, my child. It looks like dawn is here at long last.
Can't you just leave me alone? Your precious queen has been sent back to the bottomless pit from whence she came. The nightmare is almost over.
I am here to say goodbye. The sun's warmth exhausts me. Soon I will rejoin my queen in her endless sleep. It is over. You did well.
Why did Harriet Jones become a disaster?
You are the doctor. You hold the knowledge needed to answer such a question. Have you the answer?
I noticed that all the Icors were female.
That's true. It's that
As if a
same model
male
they kept
couldn't
using.
endure the metamorphosis. Harriet was also a bitter and resentful woman, as was her daughter.
If the Morrigan prefers despoiled women to become the vessels of her wrath, we should be thankful that but one disaster hath been cast upon this wobbling world.
Icors seem to carry various diseases. They did not merely turn people into skulls. Their presence alone spreads death.
Who knows whether the Red Queen awakens when cursed mortals endure such epidemics? or if the contagions emerge like a curse as she awakes.
So our beloved mother will just go back to sleep, now that enough people have suffered. Is that it?
No, Jonathan. The Morrigan has been appeased because you dared confront her. You have prevailed, my bittersweet champion.
And what are you to her? Her counterpart? Her opponent in some timeless game?
She is my mother, my dreadful and sour-tempered mother. She is yours too, in a way, but you are not born from her terrible womb like me. You are but a distant child.
What does she seek? Revenge? Retribution?
She seeks nothing, since she only dreams of it. In the ancient tongue, when I was young, her name meant Ghostly Queen. Pray she never fully awakens, for her wrath knows no bounds.
This is not over. I am here to find the true origin of the blood of hate.
'Tis unwise to interfere with a tale rooted so deeply in the suffering of others.
What will become of the Brotherhood?
The Brotherhood is as wise as it is ancient. You have nothing to fear from it.
I am not afraid.
Do you truly think they are merely scholars poring over dusty books? The stole of St. Paul wielded faith sufficient to cast a dragon into the abyss.
That is just a legend.
Am I not a legend? Are you not about to become one yourself?
What will become of the vampire hunters?
They will never stop searching for William Marshall, for he escaped their two great hunts. Remember that you too are now on their dark list.
What will happen to Ascalon? Will you let them run the country from the shadows?
I don't interfere with petty political intrigues. Ascalon was built upon the lie of a lineage. Such a deceit cannot last forever.
But Lord Redgrave definitely possessed Marshall's blood. Untainted blood from the greatest vampire knight.
Really? I wonder how he managed to acquire it. Perhaps I should retrieve this artifact before going back to sleep.
No. I must know why Elizabeth fled here when I discovered she was the original healthy carrier.
No, she is not what you say she is. That is a secret you will discover soon enough.
And you? Why are you here? Which new thread of which old twisted plan are you seeking to pull now? Tell me the truth.
I am just here to salute my sons and to bid them fare thee well.
Your sons? Plural? My God, will you ever stop speaking in riddles?
Perhaps I am too old for your spoken language. Perhaps you now have so many subtle words you no longer hear the simplest ones.
Who are your sons?
Well, we're getting all the info now.
Why do you bid them farewell now?
You are my son, as is William Marshall.
This is madness. How many have you created? Who else? Shakespeare? Isaac Newton? Alfred the Great? Francis Drake? Thomas More? Guy Fawkes?
My progeny is scarce, for I rarely feel the urge to protect this land anymore. But yes, one of those you named is your immortal brother. Maybe you shall meet one night.
Uh-oh.
This is
Oops, wrong one. Let's actually see that
This
list of
is
names again.
madness.
Shakespeare,
How-
Newton.
My progeny is...
Oh, I guess I gotta let him actually
This
say
is
it.
madness. How many have you created? Who else? Shakespeare? Isaac Newton? Alfred the Great? Francis Drake, Thomas More, Guy Fawkes?
My progeny.
Alright, so one of them apparently
So that
is
is
a
all
vampire.
we are to you. Puppets you create to defeat some threat born from a dreaming devil.
No. You are my sons. I am proud of you. I mourn when you fail.
When he fought me, Geoffrey McCullum used a serum made of King Arthur's blood. Since then, I have discovered that it was vampire blood. Whose blood was it?
You just said it. It was the blood of a king. The blood of the champion I chose to save this land in its time of greatest peril.
King Arthur was also your progeny. Why am I not surprised?
Yes, he was. But he failed in the end. And for centuries the land suffered his defeat.
Tell me about William Marshall. Why is his blood so strong?
He is not stronger than you, only older. You are strong, Jonathan Reed. A champion of your time, chosen to defeat a threat spawned of this generation.
Is he here? Is William Marshall here? Is that why you're here now too?
Have I not already answered that question?
His blood was not
Why didn't you answer me?
the blood Lord Redgrave possessed. That which I used in the serum. But what if it had been?
Then you would have failed, I suppose. For the blood of hate would have corrupted you too.
Speak clearly then. And answer my last question.
What is it?
Did I defeat the epidemic?
Now you've found the castle, Jonathan Reed. Only you can answer that. Farewell, my child. I shall dream about you soon.
This asshole just speaks in riddles. Alright, I shouldn't sweep the area, but I really want to. Oh, we got some graves to read here. Old tombstone, Robin Inglewood. Okay. Old tombstone, Mary Inglewood, born Whitaker. Where are you, my dear Elizabeth? Hopefully when we find her, she's not hanging upside down as a bat. Alright, where are you?
Maybe it's just my imagination, but I think I smell Elizabeth's perfume. She must be here somewhere.
Probably hiding in a coffin. Old letter. London 4, August 1865. That's basically 53 years ago. Dear Lady Ashbury, thank you for the recent letter and all the good news it contained. I cannot wait to finally meet you when you arrive in London. The garden is beautiful under the summer sky, although I noted your wish to avoid heat and direct sunlight because of your frail health. You're welcome any day. We'll discuss this wonderful idea of yours concerning the foundation of an orphanage for young ladies. Inspired by the French Maison Royal de Saint Louis, sadly closed when the French people chose, my God, I can't even write these words down, to cut their king's head off. Such a place destined to provide a good education to gifted but poor orphan girls will surely excite my friends here in the city. You can count on me and my influence to help make your project a huge success. Yours ever sincerely, Countess Alexandra Somerset. And that's how, of course, she came across Charlotte through the orphanage. Where are you, my love? Oh, there we go. Some paintings to look at here. Old painting, portrait of Elizabeth Blackwood by Johannes Vampyr, 1666. So she's been around for a while. Oh, we got more. Copy of a letter. Ashbury Castle, 21st September 1795. Over 123 years ago. Dear Mr. McAllister, as the new legal owner of the Ashbury estate, I intend to quickly engage in the overdue maintenance and repairs of the walls and the crypt of the castle. Among the few architects I invited to send forth proposals, I was most impressed by your respectful approach concerning renovations on historical buildings and their preservation. I would be glad to meet you at your convenience. My only request would be to speak to you directly and not your assistants. Any evening of next month would be agreeable. You may come to the castle, or I can meet you at your office as you prefer. If you agree to come to the castle, I can show you the kind of repairs and modifications I have in mind concerning the crypt, which may need considerable work and reconstruction. Very sincerely, Lady Ashbury.
Like most castles, this one has a crypt. And it holds something special inside.
Well, yeah, probably her. You know, vampires like being in the crypts. Alright, who's this guy? Kinda looks like me. Oh, she put up a painting of me. Portrait of Dr. Jonathan Reed by Elizabeth Ashbury, 1918.
Elizabeth, my love, you allow my portrait
I
to
hope they
watch
don't turn
over
her
you
into
while
something
you
evil.
sleep. I'm flattered. This castle is falling apart.
Can we jump across? Down? Yeah, it looks like we're going there right now.
That sweet fragrance. Elizabeth's perfume. She was here, and recently.
I just have this fear right now. Hopefully it's gonna go away. I'm just worried that this isn't gonna turn out to be a happy ending. Giant fireplace. Let's check out the rest. Who do we have here? Oh, sweet! That makes sense. Look at that. Portrait of Lady Ashbury by Vincent van Gogh, 1885. That looks like his style. That's pretty cool. Alright, more letters. Recent letter. Dunbarrow Sanatorium, Scotland, 27 July 1909. 9 years ago. Dear Lady Ashbury, I thank you for the previous letters and ardent discussions about vampire folklore. It is now obvious we share an opinion concerning scientific and modern approach toward the need for blood and the cure of addiction. I must confess I admire your charitable attitude when I met you at the Dunbarrow Sanatorium, and I'm still impressed by your kindness when talking with humble and poor patients. I was delighted to read about the position of administrator at the Pembroke Hospital you financed since its founding. After a few days of deliberation, I'm happy to accept your offer. It'll be, for me, an occasion to get back to the busy streets of London after years of public service in the beautiful but far quieter Scotland. I will be glad to meet you there and discuss with you further about immortality, its advantages and disadvantages, and how to enhance your condition. I look forward to our next meeting. Yours sincerely, Dr. Edgar Swansea. Once I started reading it, I was like, it's gonna be Swansea. Oh, who are these folk? Portrait of Elizabeth and Jacob Blackwood in Versailles, 1788. Well, she had lovers before me. Place got some creaks.
This painting looks suspicious.
The fact that it's a duplicate and we've been seeing it over and over again, or what painting are you talking about? Oh, maybe we can see through it and it's watching me. Painting? I'm gonna eat the only rats here. Must be this painting. Oh, shit. That's that red goddess. That must be her playing music somewhere. Old contract. Inverness, 2nd February 1807. Dear Miss Ashbury, when we last communicated, you asked for the conveyance of a large coffin from Temple Church, London, to the crypt of the Ashbury Castle in Scotland. I'm happy to report your request has finally been validated. My drivers have been informed that for security reasons, guards must always protect the coffin. You have hired these individuals who will be waiting for us in London. Activate senses. What? What is that all about? Whatever. They will have been informed that under no circumstance should the carriage try to pass a river by boat, but always by road and bridges. For the precious wood and the relics inside the coffin cannot be exposed to humidity and moisture. You'll find a detailed quote for the entire operation attached to this letter. We are ready to go to London as soon as payment is received in full. Very respectfully, Samuel Lewis, independent contractor. Oh, I wonder if that was her being moved, or if she was married to William Marshall, and she needs to know that she's got a new man. I said let you comment on the painting, but you can't interact with it. Oh, why would they do this to me? Oh, that one thing said it did.
A sun and a moon are the symbols I should look for.
When we were reading that note, it said activate your senses. There we go. so maybe it's on these shields in the other room down in the crypt. Oh! I seen that out of the corner of my eye.
What are these symbols? I can feel a mechanism, but it doesn't work.
Alright. Sword.
One last switch, and...
Not a moon. That's a shield. Are they just in this general area? There's something. What we got here? Moon?
Voila.
Front Lady Ashbury. Ooh, I don't like the way they say that, but... Elizabeth, I'm coming! Not there. Crap. Ah, shit. Yep, that's why you have a giant fireplace. Down into her bat cave. Ancient Tome. Alright, we're back to 1217. So if this has anything to do with Ashbury, that would put her at 701 years from then. An angel came to me, blessed be to God. Michael appeared to me last night in all his glory, shaped in glorious blood, to grant me eternal life at the dusk of my life. The apparition was so sublime and terrible that I could not help but lower my head and close my eyes. Struck by the divine gift, I fell to the ground, only to awake the next night. You will serve me as you served your king, said the angel before striking me with all his power. You will protect this land through the eons to come. For all who knew me, I should now hide and retreat, for they consider me dead. Soon I will leave the company of men to serve my new purpose. Blessed be to God. 1350. Michael appeared to me last night in my retreat under Temple Church and asked me to prepare for battle. The land must be saved. Death is everywhere. The Black Death, an epidemic sent by the devil himself to punish mortals all over the world. My arm is strong. In the name of God I shall smite the enemies of mankind. England shall prevail. 1569. It is almost 20 years since my fight started against the devil, and the end is uncertain. From time to time, the plague, the Black Death, reappears in a village, in a town, and each time the vicious minions of hell approach to get their share of the mortal suffering. Vampires, dreadful creatures, I won't let this land collapse. Until my last breath, I'll serve and protect England. 1578. Tonight in the small village of Hoddesdon, I met the most delicate soul I've seen for a long time. She was singing for the dead, singing for those she knew and loved, those killed by a new plague outbreak. Without fear of her own life, her voice moved me, so I chose to let her live. I offered her eternal life as a reward for her virtue and most pious attitude. Her name is Elizabeth Inglewood. I'm not alone anymore. Together we shall praise God in all his glory for the eons to come. Alright, so she must have met up with William Marshall here, probably. 1618. My heart is breaking. My soul is bleeding. Tonight my dear Elizabeth left me. I have taught her all I knew, all she needed to know. Now she must walk her own path through the ages. This is her wish, and I will respect it. Elizabeth Inglewood, my sweet daughter, is gone, for she now wants to be known as Elizabeth Blackwood. I made her a promise. If she ever comes back to Hoddesdon, she will find me there, managing the Bull Inn her parents owned before dying. William Marshall shall disappear for a few times too now that the Black Death is no more. Until we meet again, I shall be known as William Thorne, waiting for my angel to come back. I wonder where the gap there was. So he met her. They were together for 40 years. Okay. Alright. 1665. The devil is at work again. The great plague is back, reaping thousands of lives in London. I must sell the Bull Inn and go there. Once more, William Marshall shall protect the land. 1666. What have I done? I let the devil infect me. I'm still alive. I'm still alive. I don't know why they do that. Alright, I didn't push a button, it just automatically does it. 1666, what have I done? I let the devil infect me. God forgive me. The terrifying creature I had to defeat was a demon straight from hell, an abomination of the flesh, a walking apocalypse. I had to trap the dreadful creature in St. Paul's Church and set the building on fire, without the advice of Michael. I don't know if I could have defeated my enemy. The flames cleansed the city in the demon's presence, but half of London burnt down. Ever since I have dreamt of a red flood, of slaughter and rage. It's like the disaster had tainted my blood, in my very soul. For the first time in centuries, I am afraid. I shall crawl back to my retreat and pray to God for mercy of my infected soul. 1667. Elizabeth came to me. She said she felt my pain and rushed to save me. My poor daughter, blinded by rage, intoxicated by the blood of hate. I bit her. She fled, shocked by my betrayal. I laughed and cried as she cursed me. God, have I betrayed you? Have you abandoned me? 1712. My prayers have been heard. I have found the strength to resist the need for blood, the never-ending hunger. My poor Elizabeth, will you forgive me? I've heard you now kill and take pleasure in bloodbath with the new progeny of yours. You're a victim in all of this. What have I done? I swear I will find you to make amends for what I have done to you. I swear I shall only rest once I know how to appease the blood of hate. 1785. The Brotherhood of St. Paul's Stole finally agreed to meet me in London. They proposed to meet inside the new Cathedral of St. Paul. I like the wit and solemnity of these men. What a symbol to choose, the place where I defeated this disaster, but also the place where I fell. I agreed to their proposition. There, in the sacred silence of the church and under the eye of God, they respectfully listened to me. They acknowledged my victory against the evil creature, the Dusastro, the eater of stars, who only wished to spread the death and pestilence all around her. Since they acknowledged my will to save London in 1666, they heard my request, my burning desire to stop the blood of hate. Their primate promised to come back to me with an answer. The primate of St. Paul wrote back to me with just a name, the Tear of Angels. According to him, this ancient artifact could heal anything, cleanse any blackened soul, and purify my blood. Blessed be the Lord. It took me more than 100 years to find a cure for the blood of hate, but I may finally have found it. Soon the raid shall end. Soon I may repair the wrong I did and cleanse my failures. Now all I need to do is retrieve the necessary ingredients to create the artifact. Blood of the purest heart mixed with the blood of a king. To find such rare ingredients is not what worries me the most, for time is on my side. It's the last part that worries me. Pure essence of garlic. I'm afraid it will literally hurt like hell when I drink the antidote. But if that's a price to pay and cleanse my soul and correct my mistakes, I am ready to endure the excruciating pain. We actually read that already. That was in the theater maybe. 1786. I finally managed to gather all the ingredients needed to concoct the Tear of Angels. Blood of the purest heart of the fortitude, blood of a king for courage, garlic essence for the painful cleansing. After months of impatience, it almost made me mad by hunger. There it goes again. I waited again and again until finally Elizabeth cautiously came to me. As promised, I had chained myself to be sure I would not attack her again. I did not recognize my sweet daughter at first, for she only was Lady Blackwood now, the dreadful mistress of the dark who took delight in slaughter and carnage in France. She smirked as I apologized and cried for what I inflicted to her. She shouted at me when I tried to explain to her that my bite had infected her, had given her the blood of hate, now burning in her veins and her soul. I told her I had found a cure and that I had managed to create one dose of the antidote. I gave it to her, to give her back her previous peaceful life. In exchange, I only asked her to take care of me, for I intended to be locked down in my tomb, chained if necessary, to impeach me from feeding on any mortal or immortal. She reluctantly took the Tear of Angels and left. I hope to see her again soon, cured and at peace. 1794. She came back to me finally, cured, healthy, joyful, my Elizabeth. She told me she had drunk the antidote about a year ago in France after witnessing and taking part in the massacre of the entire orphanage caused by the blood of hate. That's when the Lady Blackwood died, she said. She promised she would take care of me now. That's all I ask, as I repent for all the murdered souls caused by the negligence of more than 100 years. 1795. My dearest daughter came back last week to tell me the good news. She had recently bought a castle in Scotland. She will soon finance the renovation of the castle crypt to provide me a new retreat. Far from temptation, far from the noisy, crowded cities, I can't wait to embrace the solitude. Find the peace I need to refrain from killing. God, please give me the strength to resist the urges during the journey from London to my new domain. Before I leave, I should give a copy of these memoirs to the brothers St. Paul stole, without the most shameful and sensible information, of course. Soon I shall leave London to pursue my penance. There I shall find peace at last with the support of the resuscitated Elizabeth. Whew! That was some reading right there. I don't think there's going to be another boss battle, but you never know. It seemed pretty final on that last one.
Drop your... You have nothing to be afraid of.
William Marshall.
Shall we abandon this then? Shall we lower our heads?
No. Never. You taught me that.
Blood is approaching. Old but young. How strange. Shall I drink it? Smite it?
No, Father. He is a friend. Please, rest. I'll take care of it.
Caution, Elizabeth. Deceit runs through these veins.
I know, Father. What took you so long, Jonathan?
Is this really him?
Yes. This is William Marshall, 1st Earl of Pembroke, servant of 5 mortal kings, former regent and savior of England. The greatest knight who ever lived, according to some.
And you called him father?
For he gave me eternal life, and much more.
I have so many questions, Elizabeth.
You always had questions, Dr. Reed.
Now that I stand before you both,
Oh no!
in this vault,
It made 10 minutes
I know
of
not
talking.
where to begin.
We still have a few minutes left.
Alright, let's get this exposition out of the way. We're in the finale.
Will you go back to London?
No, Jonathan. I do not intend to.
And what of your daughter?
Charlotte is a strong, independent woman who's about to come into money. I took care of everything. Now it's time for her to shape her future.
Why did you flee here?
When you told me I was the healthy carrier, I had nowhere else to go.
You mean you had to return to the real source of this scourge?
Yes, to end it, once and for all.
Where are we? What is this place?
This is the Ashbury estate. I inherited the title when I purchased the castle.
Is this your retreat? Something of a secret place?
It's more of a sanctuary, really. This is where I take care of my father. Ever since he became unwell.
Are you not afraid someone might discover you here? It's not that hard to find.
Do not assume that I would hesitate to silence anyone who tried to reveal my secret. Fortunately, it has rarely come to that.
I have destroyed the disaster, this creature that Harriet Jones had become. The epidemic is no more, and London will recover. In time.
Yes. You did well, Jonathan. You truly saved the city.
Yes, we did. Despite all obstacles. I'm truly convinced we did it together, Elizabeth.
I cannot bear knowing I was the cause of all this. Through the use of my own blood.
No. This catastrophe was the result of unethical experimentation. And the will of a creature so inexplicably evil, she exceeds all the terrible wonders I have seen since my death.
But it was my blood all along. My corrupted blood of hate. The poisoned blood of my father. A healthy carrier. That's all I am.
We could cure him.
It's too late. The blood of hate has run for too long. The antidote would not work on him. I tried. Believe me, I tried.
Is he dangerous?
What do you think? He is a thirsty echo who has not fed in centuries. An elder vampire, driven by an urge to kill and spread the blood of hate.
No redemption, then.
And yet he thinks he has been offered immortality by the angels to protect the feeble and to smite the unholy.
Can he communicate?
Yes. Sometimes he even seems like the noble knight who saved and raised me. But you know, the malice never fully leaves his eyes.
Why are you hiding William Marshall here?
How could I not take care of him? He sacrificed himself by giving me the only dose of antidote he had.
He gave you the antidote?
Yeah, we read it a second ago.
And in doing so, he knew he'd have to be confined here. And yet he volunteered. That's how great a man William Marshall was. And still is.
What do you do for him?
I visit him as often as possible. I paint the landscapes he will never see again. feed him with my blood.
You feed him? You barely sustain yourself on the weak blood of the dying, yet you give him your blood?
After he saved me from the blood rage, I swore I would never kill to feed. He said the same.
William Marshall infected you. He is the true, original carrier.
Yes. But he saved me by sacrificing himself.
Saved you? How?
The tears of angels. The cleansing of impure blood by an older, more powerful blood. It worked on me, did it not?
Yes. Blood is the definitive key to our species. Scowls, cleansing, lineage. Do you really think it worked?
It has, Jonathan. I was nothing but a beast who took pleasure in slaughter. I roamed across Europe, reaping my bloody crop. It was the blood of hate. But my father's antidote cured me.
What about us?
What do you mean?
You know my feelings towards you, Elizabeth. But you left without a word. So I'm worried about your feelings towards me.
I love you, Jonathan. I've loved you since the moment I saw you rescue poor Mr. Hampton in that filthy slaughterhouse. Forgetting the danger as you turned your back, like the newborn fool you were.
How did you meet William Marshall?
He was an Ekon for centuries when he found me. He saved me from certain death by making me his progeny.
Why did he choose you?
You should ask him that.
Did you ever blame him?
Not even when he was infected and bit me. He is my father. He raised me. He taught me how to behave.
Who are you, really?
How could I answer that? I went through many lives and identities to reach this day. To you, I am Elizabeth Ashbury, and that's all I wish to be.
Oh, I hate to do this to her. I need to know more.
I need to know more. I want to know who you really are. Where you were born. Where you lived.
I was born Elizabeth Samantha Mary Englewood in 1551 in Hertfordshire. My parents owned a pub in Hoddesdon. Are you satisfied?
You should have told me.
No, Jonathan. The William Marshall myth lies at the heart of so many hostile plans. I could not risk jeopardizing his safety.
So why did you come here? You knew I would follow you. I can't let you go.
Because I know now the blood of hate is still in my veins. No one but I can put an end to this tragedy.
I can help you. You can trust me, Elizabeth.
I know, Jonathan. You have been the most loyal ally these last few weeks. But this is my duty.
Would your protege agree to speak with me? I have so many questions for him.
Go on, Jonathan. But be careful.
Boy, this ending should have just been almost a bonus episode right here. This is going on for a while.
Yes?
Sir William. My God. You really are William Marshall. You served Richard the Lionheart and his brother, King John. It is such a privilege to meet you.
I did in my day. Come closer if you want to speak. For my hearing isn't what it used to be.
I think your hearing is fine, sir.
What is it you want then?
I found and defeated the disaster that was threatening to smite London. You should know that the city is safe for now, Sir William.
Then may I call you brother? Did you resist its poison? Even a scratch from a beast so evil could endanger you and all those you care for.
You also defeated one in 1666. Who was it?
She was a malicious witch who spread plague throughout the city with her army of rats. She had been hiding in a bakery in Pudding Lane for months when I finally found her.
How did you defeat it?
We fought for hours. In the end, I had to lock her in St. Paul's Cathedral and burn the building down. I wanted to be sure she was destroyed.
I found your research on the antidote. The Tears of the Angels. What ingredients did you use?
Once I understood what the ingredients were, I used the tears of King Richard and the pure blood of the valiant Boadicea.
King Richard and Boadicea? How did you find such relics?
It took me many years to locate their hiding place. Then I had to learn the formula. If I recall, it belonged to an ancient brotherhood. The Order of St. Paul, I believe.
And did it work?
Yes. The tears cleansed my poor Elizabeth's blackened heart. It was such a blessing to see her smile again.
The blood of hate. How does it affect you? Do you feel it now?
The blood of hate? Yes. Nothing more than a sneeze, really. A sneeze held for so long, you could blow a fortress down if you released it.
Can we speak about the Morrigan?
The Red Queen. What of her?
You met her, did you not?
Just once, but she never ceased to sing to me. I love her song. It is a song of blood and war. I only wish she would sometimes let me rest.
Do you know who she is?
I don't want to discuss this in front of my sweet Elizabeth.
Why?
For a time, she too could hear the Red Song. The steps she danced to its melody brought pain upon the world.
I would like to ask you about vampires.
Vampires? What about them?
Considering your experience, please tell me what you know.
They are terrible creatures. I have seen and fought many in my time. Foul temptresses with sharp claws and shrieking beaks.
I have never seen such a creature. What are you talking about?
Of course you've never seen a creature like them. Vampires are deadly, swift and implacable.
Where did you encounter such creatures?
The last time I saw one was in a Celtic temple near Salisbury. A terrible and god-forsaken place full of ghosts and pestilence.
Do you remember Myrddin, your maker?
Only God is my maker, for he created everything on this earth. He blessed me with eternal life through his archangel, Michael.
But Myrddin, Michael, is a vampire. He made you a blood-sucking creature of the night.
Blood, yes. I used to drink it from the throats of the unworthy. Then I was punished for my deceit. During my penance, I rely entirely upon my sweet Elizabeth.
Did you really sacrifice yourself to save her?
That was the only righteous path. The blood of hate made me betray her. I am at peace here. I can think about what I've done and how I failed.
Do you not want to be cured?
No. This hunger is mine. I would feel empty without it. It has been part of me for so long. All I want is quiet. Silence.
You agreed to be confined here, then?
Yes. Once I was sure she was cured, I asked to be locked down here. I deserve it. The world needs it.
How did you meet Elizabeth?
Times were tough. I had awakened to protect the land from a new plague. I heard her sing for her dead family. Singing for her death to come. I chose to save her.
When was that?
It was so long ago. A few years after Elizabeth of England and Catherine of France established their alliance against Spain.
What did you do?
I raised her as my progeny. After she left to see the world, I rebuilt her deceased parents' inn. Owned it as William Thorne for a time. Those were good years.
Tell me about Elizabeth. How was she infected?
I do not wish to discuss it.
Please, Sir William. I need to know what the blood of hate is. How is it transmitted?
After defeating the disaster in St. Paul's Cathedral, I returned to my retreat, infected. This is where my sweet Elizabeth found me, for she heard my pain from across the sea.
Where is this retreat you mentioned?
In London, under Temple Church, beneath my empty tomb. I always loved to sleep there while listening to the bell above.
What happened then?
The blood of hate had twisted me into a rage-filled man. I attacked my progeny and infected her too. Forgive me, Elizabeth. I failed you.
You bit her again? Is that how she was infected with the disaster's blood? I think I understand now.
Elizabeth fled, and I fell to my knees, begging for forgiveness. I swore I would find a way to make things right.
We could set you free. Let you out. Isn't that what you want?
I pray for the day I'll see the sky again. I have all but forgotten its colors. I could walk and do so many things beneath the stars. But I doubt it will be wise to release me.
Then will you stay here and repent?
Elizabeth told me it will not be long now. I cannot wait to feel the sweet caress of her hand on my cheek after so long as she releases me. Has the time come?
Yes, Father.
Why not unleash me then? To see the sky a final time?
You already are the sky, and all its stars.
I'm not defeated, for I welcome the sword you bear, for it is mine.
You were never defeated, my lord. Farewell, Father. And to you also, Jonathan.
What do you mean?
I can't stand what I've become. This healthy carrier, as you put it. The flames will purify the poison that runs in my veins.
No! I won't allow this to happen.
I am death, Jonathan. Wherever I go, I can't stand it.
I am Dr. Jonathan Reed, champion of Myrddin, chosen to save England from the vampire epidemic. I could cure you.
What do you mean?
We are creatures of blood, Elizabeth. Everything about us is in our blood. With time, I could perfect the antidote William Marshall gave you. Trust me, for time is on our side.
That is a risk I cannot take, Jonathan. I won't bring another such disaster into this world.
Elizabeth, no. Trust me. I can save you.
How could I trust you, Jonathan? How could I take such a chance?
I'll stay here with you then. As long as we must, until I find a cure.
You have no idea what you're talking about, Jonathan. Despite his madness, William was strong enough to start the centuries. I doubt we can do the same.
We will lock ourselves down then. I'll get all the material I need and I'll perform my research here with you until you're cured.
Are you mad? Who would take care of us? Who would free us if it takes decades or even more?
Old Bridget will take care of us.
You are serious, aren't you? You really are ready to do this?
I love you, Elizabeth. I can do this. Please, stay with me.
I believe you. This is crazy, but I believe you, Jonathan.
I'm glad the game hasn't
One prayer
ended,
for the
but
summoned, called by this song. Child born from darkness, whose path he must find. Now the song is sung, and your path chosen. England is safe, for you have prevailed. I bid you farewell, my champion bittersweet. You found yourself a newer quest, and so I leave you to it. My queen sleeps once again, and I'll soon join her slumber, until alas she rises, woken by the hunger never fed.
oh, I don't know what's left. All right, there's the credits. All right, so we can talk about the game now. That went a long time. This probably ended up being my longer episode. I didn't know that castle was gonna have so much exposition dumped on us. I really enjoyed the game. It wasn't like real crazy. It stayed pretty modernized as far as the vampires and the storyline. There was the supernatural aspect of the Red Goddess. Seemed like the William Marshall and Elizabeth stuff was rushed there at the end, but I did enjoy it. I enjoyed my time playing it. Definitely gonna keep getting anything Don't Nod puts out. I think they do some pretty unique games. Oh, alright, we made it through the whole thing. Curious of what things could be changed, and I don't see myself replaying it. This is an actually pretty long game for having so many decisions, so to play through a second time, it'd take quite a bit. I'm glad if you made it all the way through this. Thank you. I appreciate it a lot. Had some good little fun boss battles randomly. Didn't even see everything in the game, it seems like, for sure. Would kind of like to know how things would have played out had I turned people, not, you know. There's so many questions about Dorothy Crane, and what if I would have turned Swansea, and what if I would have turned Dawson, but that's going to do it for that. I don't want to say what game I'm playing next, because it won't matter, because who knows at what time you're watching this one, but this is my third playthrough of a game, and this one was a lot better than Agony. I really like Detroit Become Human, so we'll see what's coming up next. I'm Happy Tangent. Please like and subscribe, and thanks for making it all the way to the end. We'll see you later.